The Jersey All Pro Wrestling Light Heavyweight Championship on the line. It's known as an insane fight fest. Bandido Jr. doesn't know any of the opponents he will face here tonight, but Sam Roberts in wild cards past, the Light Heavyweight Championship has changed hands 3 of the 5 times, so that does not bode well for our heavyweight champion, especially in the fact that he's taken on multiple challengers.
First, to my left, he is the current reigning and defending Jersey All Pro Wrestling Light Heavyweight Champion, weighing in at 172 pounds from Newark, New Jersey, Bandido Jr.
Well, Bandido Jr. has a lot on his plate because not only does he have 1 mystery challenger for his title, he's got 5 mystery challengers for that title, the Light Heavyweight Championship.
It's going to be a ring full of some of the best light heavyweights that the world has to offer. And Bandido Jr. could be in for the matchup of his life, but Sam Roberts, I gotta believe that Bandido, being the fighting champion that he is, would have it no other way here tonight.
Quite, Huns, and I want to know who his opponents are.
Well, the first opponent coming out is representing Combat Zone Wrestling. He calls himself the Black Jesus. Sabian from a rival promotion coming into Rahway, wanting to walk out the Jersey All Pro Wrestling Light Heavyweight Champion. And who's the guy in the penguin outfit?
I don't know. He's got some kind of a guy in a suit with him. And this is a tough first challenger for Bandido. If this is the first guy, I hate to see who the next 4 will be. And I don't know, but it looks like that guy with him wants Sabian to win this match by any means necessary, Clemson.
The guy in the tuxedo, he's stealing the microphone from Steven DeAngelis.
Excuse me. I don't know who you think you are, but you may as well tell us.
First
Tuxedo match, tuxedo match.
DeAngelis, don't concern yourself with who I am. Concern yourself with what I am. Because what I am is simply, in a word, legend, and there is no way that I'm gonna allow the likes of an old-timer like you to announce this man tonight.
Who is this? Is it Sabian's personal ring announcer?
Larry the Legend? I thought you were Urkel in a cheap tuxedo.
Are we gonna have a ring announcer fight?
I told you, tuxedo match.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the introduction, this man hails from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and weighs in at $170. Ladies and gentlemen, Killinell's finest, the Black Cheese Sabian.
If Larry the Legend is really a legend, I don't think it'd be appropriate for him to use the word buck in his ring announcing. There's no place for slang in formal announcing.
I never thought I'd see the day I'd see a ring announcer less masculine than me.
Whoa!
Wow.
Don't mess with Steven DeAngelis and his ring announcing.
Is Larry the Legend gonna stay out of ringside then?
And if he is a legend, how come I've never heard of him?
Well, maybe if he tweets it, you can give him 5 extra friends.
Now you have him on Twitter.
So we already know one challenger here tonight in Bandido's wild card match, Sabian. And here comes another, Neeno Capone, who in the past, at the very first ever Insane Flight Fest back in Cage Fury of March of 2005, Neeno Capone was victorious in that. Tonight, he wants to make it 2-0 in Flight Fests. And if he does that, he'll walk out of Broadway the light heavyweight champion.
It's exciting for us to be able to watch these mystery opponents come out as we don't know who's going to come out, but can you put yourself in the position that Bandido's in?
Ladies and gentlemen, weighing in at 176 pounds from Harlem, New York, he is is Neeno Capone.
Can you imagine the butterflies and the nervousness that Bandido has to have, not knowing who any of his opponents will be?
First off, not knowing who his opponent is, but then to have to wrestle 3 or 4 more of the best young light heavyweights that the world has to offer. Bandido Jr., he might be a little ticked off with the championship committee, because even though Dan Moff doesn't know who his opponent is, or Sarah Del Rey or the Hitters, as far as we know, they're only going to wrestle one person or one team. Bandido Jr. is taking on multiple challengers.
And he's got to deal with Larry the Legend on the outside of the ring.
Well, if DeAngelis has anything to say about that, Larry the Legend won't be around ringside long.
Uh-oh. Look who's come to town.
And making his debut in Jersey All Pro Wrestling from Moneyville, Maryland. I think that's right outside Baltimore, but I'm not sure. Richie Swann making his Jersey All Pro Wrestling debut here tonight.
Well, anybody who's from Moneyville is okay by me. I have an uncle who lives out in Moneyville.
By blood or marriage?
Marriage. Still an uncle.
Well, Richie Swann, look at that nice show of agility with the monkey flip landing on his feet.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the corner of my right, weighing in at 165 pounds, from Baltimore, Maryland, Rich Swann.
See, I told he was right outside Baltimore.
So Bandido knows who 3 of his opponents will be. There's still 2 more men to be announced in this light heavyweight championship match. And the person who walks out of here on top will be light heavyweight champion of Jersey All Pro Wrestling.
And he is the man who is the best of the light heavyweights. The 12th year at the 12th anniversary show, Egotistico Fantastico, surprising Prince Mustafa Ali getting the quick pin. And tonight, back in January, he walked out the best of the light heavyweights. Tonight, Sam Roberts, he could walk out the light heavyweight champion.
Well, we know he can fly because he's got a cape. Will he be able to come out of the Flight Fest victorious?
And our final participant, weighing in at 3,333 pounds, from West Coast City, Philadelphia, he is Egotistico Fantastico!
And I guess Egotistico Fantastico is the final man announced. I thought there would be 6, but apparently, Mark, they didn't give you the light heavyweight title shot you wanted to. You couldn't make the weight.
That's too bad. I guess I'll have to continue to sit here and do my job.
Unless you come out to challenge Sarah Del Rey. We don't know. We don't know. It's wild card.
Or you and I can go out to the tag team championship.
I have to find a better partner as this match begins.
And it's the Black Jesus Sabian jumping the light heavyweight champion Bandido Jr. And this matchup is on. The referee assigned to this contest, veteran referee Mike Keener, who might be the only man who will be able to contain all 5 athletes.
This match is going to be hard to referee. With all these men in there, it'll be hard to call too, but don't worry, Mark. I'll carry you through it.
Did he just do a snot rocket on the light heavyweight champion?
I believe he did, but I don't know if that's a sanctioned move. Big drop kick from Bandido, and if you're going to throw a snot rocket at somebody, make sure you have him pretty well beaten down before you do it.
Make sure it's not a guy with a fiery Latin temper. Light heavyweight champion comes up through the top and middle ropes. His foot got caught on that middle rope, but he was still able to take out Sabian. And here comes Rich Swann and Egotistico Fantastico are now the 2 legal men in this contest.
Egotistico Fantastico is a big guy for the light heavyweight championship. He's definitely the biggest guy in that ring. And look at this, all 3 men are in the ring now.
Neeno Capone just walked on the chest and then hit a drop kick on Fantastico, but turned his back to his opponent, and Swann almost took off his head with that right hand.
That's the hardest thing when being in a match where you have to deal with all these athletes, is you gotta have eyes in the back of your head, because you never know when somebody's gonna be right behind you.
Look at this, Neeno Capone, nice suplex. Like I said, Capone was the winner of the first ever Insane Flight Fest in Philadelphia back in March of 2005. Had quite a career going for for himself till he just disappeared about a year later. Now back in Jersey All Pro Wrestling and trying to make a statement.
And I'll tell you this, to return to Jersey All Pro Wrestling and win the light heavyweight title would be quite a statement.
Bandido Jr. and Fantastico once again in the ring. Bandido caught him, leg scissors by the champ, and takes down the best of the light heavyweights.
Not only does that make you very dizzy, but then you have to fall hard on your head.
Yes, you do. Bandido off the ropes, and the Black Jesus. Sabian caught him with a decapitating clothesline, just wiping out the champion.
And I'm getting word from our medic unit that he was not actually decapitated. Bandido Jr.'s head is still attached.
Just being descriptive there. Neeno Capone landing on his feet, just taking out Sabian with that fist. Oh, and a standing shooting star press. Surprising, egotistical, fantastico.
And the way Neeno Capone is flipping all over the ring, you'd think Jack Evans might want to take note. Of course, Teddy Hart and Jack Evans will be in action later tonight against Generation Me.
Generation Me, yes, that should be a tremendous, that should be an insane Flight Fest as well. Nice Northern Light suplex, Sabian with the cover, but Rich Swann able to kick out. And Sam Roberts, this is one fall to a finish, no elimination, so whoever gets the pin is the light heavyweight champion. Bandido Jr. doesn't even have to be involved.
And for all these guys involved, and over the top rope, not for all these guys involved, is he going to go? Is he going to jump? Not only do you have to be aware of all your opponents, but you have to be aware of what the men in the ring are doing, because the last thing you want is for someone to get a pinfall. Oh, and he flips off the crowd. Way to go, Black Jesus, way to go.
But Bandido Jr., Sabian had his attention turned to the crowd, and the champion just following up. Sabian though ducks the drop, just the clothesline, and a nice leg lariat by the light heavyweight champion. Quick cover, but the guy who weighs $170 able to kick out.
And the action continues on the outside of the ring. I don't know if we're seeing this or not, but all men involved in this match are now fighting. As Bandido Jr. gets whipped into the rope, the Black Jesus catches him, but does Bandido have him? No, low blow, and where was the ref on that one?
He might be seeing, oh! Somebody was flying, I think it was Neeno Capone, but I couldn't tell, it was. Larry the Legend still out of ringside, just in case his man Sabian becomes the light heavyweight champion. This is just like the best of the light heavyweights part 2. We saw it last month, or last time at the anniversary show, and we're just seeing it continue on here at Wild Card.
Larry the Legend seems like a pretty slim guy. Why didn't he slide into the ring and see if he could win a belt tonight?
He doesn't want to ruin his tuxedo. Nice double underhook suplex. Sabian with the cover. And I'm surprised that Fantastico or Swann didn't go into ring to try to break up the count.
These guys got to concentrate. There's no reason for these men to be fighting each other on the outside of the ring, as they're going to get distracted and let one of the two men that are in the ring walk out of here with the belt.
Well, for Sabian or Bandido Jr., they'll probably hope that they continue to pound away from each other. That way, it's basically just a one-on-one matchup in the ring, and somebody can get the quick pin. Bandido comes charging, Sabian just dumps him up over the top rope. Bandido Jr. landed on his feet, but got caught with the enziguri.
Boot to the skull, and the Black Jesus is standing alone in the ring. I thought Jesus already was black. I guess it depends on which Bible you read.
I guess I'm not even going to touch that. Rich Swann now in the ring with Sabian. The newcomer versus the veteran here. Sabian, though, showing some power. Oh! Rich Swann almost landed on his head, but quickly jumped up and hit a savate kick. Fantastico comes back in the ring, and a leg takedown by Rich Swann. Give it to the young man.
He's keeping his senses together after getting dropped on his head like that. Somehow, he's conscious of what's going on in this ring and able to take on all challengers is Rich Swann.
Here comes Neeno Capone. He's over the shoulder. Rolling Samoan drop into a standing moonsault. Great athleticism right there. Swann with the cover. But I think he let go a little early, and Neeno Capone was able to get the shoulder up.
Trying to get some air, as
Did you see how
Fantastico catches it?
Fantastico didn't even have to budge, he just caught him in midair. Great height by Swann, but it caught him by mistake as Fantastico with 3 power bombs. Sabian up the top with the stomp right to the chest. Fantastico with the cover. We can have a new champ.
Oh, wait.
No.
Was that it?
Rich Swann has been.
All right, it's an elimination elimination match.
Well, this is why it's wild card. Nobody knows the rules up front. They change as we go. We've decided that this is an elimination tag. And who's decided that? Larry the Legend. He makes the rules.
You would think the promoters would tell the announcers that this is an elimination match, but apparently not.
It's wild card. They don't tell us anything. We're just fans watching this just like you, but they put mics in front of our faces.
Well, Rich Swann eliminated here. Oh, and major air. Neeno Capone went about 15 feet in the air by Fantastico and Bandido Jr.
Well, Bandido Jr., I mean, it would serve him well to get out of that ring and let these other guys eliminate each other. Keep that belt close to him.
And if it comes down to a one-on-one contest, I believe Fantastico would have the advantage. He stands about 6 or 7 inches over Bandido Jr., so he could use that height advantage against the light heavyweight champion.
And I mean, the power on Egotistico Fantastico for a light heavyweight. We saw it with the vicious power bombs he was dropping. Now that kick, I mean, he's got to be probably the most powerful man in the ring right now. Against the ropes, and Egotistico Fantastico may be going down here.
Neeno Capone comes off the top. Kicked him with a Pele kick right in the face. And what an upset that would have been if Neeno Capone was able to get the 3 count on Egotistico Fantastico.
Well, like I said, Neeno Capone wants to prove to everybody that he's back in Jersey All Pro and he means business, and what better way to do that than to walk out of here with the light heavyweight title. The only thing is, I don't think Bandido Jr. is going to let it happen.
It's 2 JAPW homegrown talents right now, Neeno Capone and the light heavyweight champion. Reverse Hurricane Rana by Capone. Great move.
Egotistico Fantastico back in the ring, but Neeno Capone catches him.
Capone's been out of Jersey All Pro Wrestling for what, 4 years, almost 5 years? Where has he been training? He's showing no ring rust.
He's a house of fire in there tonight. And look at this. On the other side of the ring, Sabian is starting to get to his feet, it looks like, as Neeno Capone may be going up to the top.
Sabian now comes charging, drop kick to the kneecaps, and Neeno Capone fell off of that top turnbuckle. He's in quite the precarious position. And what's Sabian gonna do here? Is he gonna go for a stomp or something? Yeah, that's exactly what he did. He stomped Capone right on the back of the head, and Fantastico sends the Black Jesus out, hook of the leg, and Neeno Capone is gone.
The second man in this match.
Neeno Capone has been eliminated.
Eliminated by Egotistico Fantastico. And now Egotistico Fantastico looks to continue his streak of eliminating people, but Sabian doesn't want to let it happen.
Sabian in his Philadelphia Phillies red and white tights here tonight.
Philadelphia, Moneyville. What's next?
Look at that. Nice split-legged moonsault. Hook of the leg here, but not enough to put the best of the light heavyweights away. And give it to Neeno Capone and Rich Swann, the first to eliminate here in the Insane Flight Fest, but both having great outings here at Wildcard.
And Bandido Jr. still in this match. I don't know where he is. Somewhere in the... Oh, there he is. Trying to creep up to the ring, maybe? I'm not sure. Looks like he may be hiding out, getting some well-needed rest time, and that's exactly what he should be doing as champion. Let these 2 guys eliminate whoever is going to get eliminated, so he only has to deal with one of them.
Exactly. As we found out during the match, this is not a one fall to a finish match, so Bandido Jr. can just hang out, let these 2 guys kill each other with moves like that, and when it comes down to one, he'll come in and try to retain his championship. But meanwhile, Fantastico going up to the top rope. Sabian not moving. Fantastico springboards off. Nice moonsault. Look at the leg here. But Bandido Jr. surprisingly breaking up the 3 count.
I don't understand that at all. If I were Bandido Jr., I'd let the 3 count happen and then go right after Egotistico Fantastico. But did you see the way Egotistico, oh, big kick, changed his position on the top rope after he got to the top? The agility for this big guy is quite astounding.
Fantastico stands at 6'3", weighs about 220 pounds, but it's almost as if he's 5'2", 85 pounds the way he wrestles, the way he flies around that ring sometimes.
And the champion, Bandido Jr., was almost eliminated just now. If he is eliminated, we will see Egotistico Fantastico taking on Sabian for the light heavyweight title. That could happen tonight.
Like I said earlier, the light heavyweight championship has changed hands 3 of the 5 times at previous wild cards, so the deck is stacked against the champion Bandido Jr. here tonight. But right now it's all Fantastico and Sabian. Look at that. Fantastico almost like he was going to go for a suplex. Sabian held on and hit him with a DDT, and that was enough. The winner of the best of the light heavyweights has been eliminated.
The final 2 remain.
So it's now Sabian and Bandido Jr. and Larry the Legend on the outside has a big smile on his face, because if Sabian wins, he gets to announce to the whole entire world that he's the new light heavyweight champion.
Well, I think a lot of people are surprised that Egotistico Fantastico just got eliminated after the performance he put on in this match. But let's be honest, he eliminated 2 guys for these 2.
Exactly, he eliminated half the competitors in this matchup. But it doesn't matter how many people you eliminate in this matchup. It's just the fact that you eliminate the last one, and it's either going to be Bandido Jr. or Sabian walking out of Broadway, the light heavyweight champion.
And Sabian has to watch out. He's not competing against the crowd here tonight. He's competing against Bandido, who used that time. Has he got him? 2, 3, no.
Bandido Jr. with the backcracker, which brought the crowd here in Broadway up to their feet. Not enough. Bandido Jr. questioning the counts of referee Mike Keener, but this matchup still goes on, and Bandido Jr. must somehow find a way to eliminate Sabian.
Well, one of these 2 guys is going to walk out of here champion. Bandido Jr. goes to the mat, but he's right back up, and this slam take him down.
We're seeing so much great athleticism in this matchup with that standing Hurricane Rana, just to name a few. And look at the height he got on that splash. Sabian with that tremendous frog splash from the top. Not enough to put the champion away.
And the tremendous air that Sabian got on that frog splash. He could have done 3 or 4 of those frog moves up in the air. He was there so long. Bandido Jr. appears to be in not good condition right now.
A scoop slam by the challenger. Going up to the top rope, has his back turned, and Bandido Jr. able to get up to his feet. But Sabian kicking him away. Bandido once again comes charging. And look at that! German suplex from the top. Sabian landing right on the back of his head. Bandido Jr. reverse pile driver. Hook of the leg. And that's it.
Would you like to announce it? No? Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match is still Jersey Pro Wrestling Light Heavyweight Champion, Bandido Jr.
Bandido Jr., the first champion to defend his title at Wild Card, retains in a hard-fought, insane Flight Fest Sam Roberts, not against one opponent, but against 4, the stack